Hey, what's up, traders? The watch list video here for Friday, February 24th. There's the SPY daily. Let's go to intraday. Let me get my extended hours off there. So we gapped up, pulled back, took out the highs, and then slow bleed for like 2 hours, right, to take out yesterday's low, and then the rest of the day climbing back up. It's really, you could argue decent range, but it was slow climb, slow decline, then slow climb, and it wasn't the best. It's a little weird out there. I don't know how else to put it. I think the group's doing a good job finding stuff to trade, but overall, I'm starting the day with a whole big list of stocks and probably only trading one or two of them by the end of the day. And it's just kind of been that way for a while. ATLX, I'm going into what I'm watching for tomorrow. ATLX had a big rip today, so it's really extended. I think Kevin P in chat called a second mouse right there through 15. It had already broken 15 a little bit earlier, and it went pretty quickly to over 17 before coming back to the break-even stop that some of you, if you took the trade, probably stopped out flat on the rest. But it was a neat little call. He also called NVIDIA early over the 235, which gave a pretty quick profit. It ended up chopping around most of the rest of the day, but a couple neat calls there. AM had a late day pop. I don't know that anybody called this, but I made money on this. Somebody in chat, when it looked about like this, kind of put it back on the group radar and said, you know what, AM hasn't rolled over. It was holding up really, really well. I told you guys during the lunchtime period, the lunchtime Q&A, that I had placed a couple bids on this one because it was really strong. I posted how strong it was, placed a couple bids in some buy zones and just could never get filled. But then when that was pointed out that it held up, and some of you may have caught this too, that gave kind of a neat little late breakout. It wasn't any kind of official call. But anyway, it's stupid extended right now. I still am going to keep it on a chart. I'd like to see a few red days, to be honest with you, and then I would like it a lot more. But that's AM. I already talked about ATLX, also extended, but I'm going to watch that one. You know what? AM isn't even on my list. I have it on a chart, but it isn't on my list for tomorrow. And you could argue ATLX is too extended to be as well. But when you've seen my setup, I've got 6 monitors, so I'm definitely keeping recent high flyers, even though they're extended on a chart, like AM and ATLX. LLAP had the big rip and then a flat close yesterday. An inside day today. I'm looking for a third day play possibly there. XPON, a recent high flyer that had been pulling back to the 20-day. And then a big rip today, which I never noticed. I didn't notice it till the end of the day. It's one of those scenarios where I didn't have it on a chart, but it ended up being really strong. So it's got my attention again. Certainly goes on watch tomorrow. LAZR holding up really well after the Mercedes-Benz news yesterday. We're going to watch that one. Some of my bounce plays just go right back on bounce watch, like DASH, no trades in it today. TTD, kind of the same thing. Roblox, RBLX, kind of the same thing, and PLTR, also right back on bounce watch. No trades in any of those today, and even Sober, right back to the 20-day, so it goes on bounce watch. And then lastly, I'm going to put BYND, which is Beyond Meat, on watch. I don't hate the chart anyway. It had this pop back here, seems to have found support, but that's not why it's on watch. A lot of shorts in the name, and they reported earnings after hours. As I'm talking to you right now, it's trading at 1934. So it's certainly going to be, if it holds up, it's going to be on gap watch tomorrow. See if we get a gap play set up. That's it. I don't have a lot to talk about, and I don't have a lot of stocks to watch. Hopefully some new leaders will emerge, and then we can start watching those for pullbacks and all that. Hopefully we get a couple nice trades out of this list tomorrow, plus the gappers we add in the pre-market. All right, I'm done babbling. See you in chat.